Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throw now.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately...
Intercepted. Looking for more room. The 40. And he was weaving his way and finally...
Louisiana.
Around the 23-yard line.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Raging Cajuns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. And after that first down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. It's complete to the right. The pass in these tight quarters, if you're going to put the ball up, you'd like to think that you'd either have space or get it downfield a little bit.
Yeah, I like the defense understanding where the end zone is and then defending that line. It's okay to make the catch. You just got to make sure you get the ball carrier down in the field of play.
Tackled there by the defense. And they'll send out the field goal unit. A really short kick, but you've got to have that angle just right. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here.
And he breaks into the open. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After the big play to start, now they are on. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And the Seminoles have their offense in high gear. They'll go with a direct snap. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. To the air, it's Glenn. Finds his man down the middle. Just plowing down the field. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. And this one's going to be incomplete. He was trying to make the connect. Corner of the end zone. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Didn't connect. See if they throw it again on second down. They're going to run it to the right. Low man wins, and he just smashed him. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last round.
Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Makes the grab down the middle. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. And the Ragin Cajuns will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Line gets set, first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Right down the middle. It's caught. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. On the run, it's Ball. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him one to the 23.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. The Seminoles are on the move. Running it to the right. Keeps the legs moving. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes becomes very manageable. It's not third and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Back to throw, it's Glenn. Into the end zone, and it's caught! Touchdown, Florida State! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Penn State delivered the knockout blow, and I think the defense might have been the story here. LeVar Arrington, Shane Conlon, Jack Ham. There's another stud there at linebacker U. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the... What a complete disaster. What a terrible decision to run that far backwards and take the safety. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Comes out throwing on first down. Got it set up on the outside. Smashes through. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Noles getting set on 1st and 10. He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Noles looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles! And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Louisiana, 0.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Now the pitch. He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
Looks it in at the 40. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Louisiana, 0.
He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Louisiana has it back, in the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one of...
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Ragin Cajuns decide to punt it away. He'll field it close to the 50. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Hauls it in. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
He makes a grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jet. Fires the pass, intercepted. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, no! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to...
And the ball squirted out. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain. And sometimes it's... lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this defense, they play with so much aggression, and they're always trying to get extra hats to the football. You have got to protect this thing at all costs. Lucky that ball rolled out of bounds.
Gets it out fast. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play, didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ragin Cajuns will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Able to find enough room to get it out. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
Quick strike complete. They get him down after he makes the catch.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quickly complete. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Seminoles are on the move. Gets it out quickly. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly, slide 22, slide.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Touchdown Seminoles! And the stomping has commenced. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it.
58, Louisiana, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the Louisiana offense will take over.
Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Takes the handoff. It's Wells. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And the missed connection on third down. The Ragin' Cajuns will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest.
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. The 50. Past the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. The defense with the scoop and score.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, first down. From the gun, give on the inside. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Still on his feet at the 45. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the back. Just destroying his way through the field. Touchdown, Florida State! And the pummeling has started. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Second down after that incompletion. He's looking to throw.
And this defense, they got their ears pinned back. They know exactly what time it is with the big lead in the fourth quarter. They've already got a bunch of sacks on the day today, and they're looking for more.
Feels like they're just inches away from their own end zone, and it's third. We'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the right. Using the spin move. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Ragin' Cajuns will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Now on 2nd down. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On the double.
This is a 3rd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Base.
Back to the quarterback. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Ragin' Cajuns will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. No, he just flat ran over it. And a nice... before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the red zone, it's Brown. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown,